What's the one activity for you that you think is moving the needle the most right now?
The number one thing that moves the needle for me the most, I would say, is just when a lead comes in, you call it and you convert it. That's it. And I know that sounds simple, but I'll give you a couple examples. It's all in the way that you do it. There was Super Bowl Sunday last year. Lead comes in from Realtor.com or whatever. It was Super Bowl Sunday at 4:00. Okay. Everyone's ready for the game. Lead comes in looking for $1 million, looking up to $1 million in Leesburg, Virginia, which is near me. I don't call because I'm not doing that. I send a text. Hey, man, this is Taylor. Here's a picture of my card. Here's my website. Here's my reviews. But it's Super Bowl Sunday. The game's on. Do you have some time to talk tomorrow? We speak the next day because that's a personal text that I clearly wrote. It's a normal person reaching out to you. He calls me. He goes, hey, man, you're the only agent. And there was like 5 that reached out to me that was even remotely human. They were like, hey, can we set an appointment? Can we do this? Can we do that? Like, what's your availability now? I'm like, I'm about to watch the game. Chill out. I was the only one that reached out like a person, treated them not like a freaking commission check that could come in, treated them like an actual client. And then you fast forward and they bought a home with me for like 1.1, it was amazing. So like it's lead conversion. And the way you do that is by treating people like people.
Interesting.
It's so small, but it's also so nuanced and important because if you text someone like every other uncommitted, uneducated, and when I say uneducated, like unself-educated salesperson that's not sharp, they're not putting in the time to dedicate to their craft. If you text a person like all those people do, you're instantly lumped in with that. Even if you write your text message in a little bit different tone, or you break it up into 2 or 3 messages, or you intentionally jack up the punctuation, or you write it in a way that maybe you wouldn't text your wife like that, but it makes sense for a buyer. Like it's so like granular in the way that I reach out to people, but it makes such a difference in terms of conversion. So it's just obsessing over the details, dude.
Interesting. I almost like the idea of like you mess something up on accident, or not accident, and then you like put the star next to it, like that or whatever you meant to say instead, like when THT, exactly. Right? And they're like, oh, this isn't some spam robot AI system that I just got. That's interesting. Okay.
I had one last spring where lead comes in. Her name is Lauren. She's a great client of mine. And, lead comes in, hadn't heard anything for a couple days. And I was like, you know what? I'm about to be done with this. So I pulled out my phone. I sent a video of myself to her. Like, hey, just so you know, this is me. It's not a robot. I'm at an open house. I'm out here in the game. I'm not going to bug you again. But if you want to talk, give me a holler. Called me back. Deal was done. You know what I mean? Like,
wow.
You got to connect with people, man. And I don't do video messages all the time. I will sometimes, but like in real estate, it's such a personal business. We're talking about your home or buying a home for you and your wife and your children where you're going to spend time. I'm getting to know your finances. You're getting to know me and my family because I operate super transparently. I'm getting connected to lenders, money people, title. Like it's a very personal thing. So that gap between like some dorky salesperson and a trusted advisor that they like, know, and trust, you got to close that as quick as you can.
Yeah.
So like that's in real estate, that's a big thing, dude.